Hey, hey. So it's been a while since I've made a video, and I was feeling really rusty. So I thought it would be time to. It was a good time to just kind of like dive in and I'm learn some things. I'm doing a lot of onboarding in my new job at WorkOS, and I just felt the need to make something. So one of the things I need to do is kind of go through the AuthKit workflow, and there's a ton of resources on Next.js, and so I just wanted to see how quickly I could kind of get it done. I'm about a little less than an hour before my next meeting or call, so I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna go through the whole process. I don't even have a Next.js app kind of ready to go, so we're just gonna do all of it. Do all of it. Anyway, if you have any questions along the way, I'm just hanging out. So happy to answer any of those for you as we go through this. So that's it. Let's dive in. First things first. I need to make a Next.js app. So let's find the latest and greatest on that. Let's see. Learn Next.js. Actually, I don't think I need to learn Next.js in order to do this. So next, create next app at latest. Yes, 14.2.3. That sounds about right to me. Let's see. Next with auth. You like to use TypeScript? Yes. I'm just going to take the defaults all the way down. Whatever it says. Source directory? No. App router? Yes. Sure. Why not? Would you like to customize the default alias? No. I don't know. I probably would like to customize the default alias, but oh well. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's I actually had to, what is it? Dry shampoo this. It just gets super greasy and sad up here. I mean, it's still greasy even after dry shampoo, but thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. All right, that was super fast, actually. So fast, in fact, that it feels like it didn't happen, but I guess it did. What's up? Good to see you. It's been a while. It's been a while. Are any of y'all going to React.js Conf? I might see you there next week. And do you need a ticket? Because I think I might have one. So if you do, hit me up. Okay, so run npm install. Okay. Ooh, do I even have npm on this machine? I think it's all pnpm. Whoops. Which npm? Yes, node 22. Okay. Okay. What did I do wrong? Oh. Gotta cd into the directory. That's right. Cd next. Oh man, I had a quick story about that. We had. I remember there was this one interview that we did with a team member that we were planning to bring on as an engineer, and they spent so long trying to they generated a Rails app and then never cd'd into the directory, and we're just doing all this like crazy debugging, and we're like, just got a cd. Which npm? Yeah, npm 22, or yeah, actually, let's see, npm version. What's the latest? Oh, 10. We're on 10. I would have guessed 7. So that's a lot of versions. A lot of versions. Okay, so let's see. Now we should be able to npm install that. Yes, that works. And so npm run dev, presumably. Okay, cool. Do you want the application node to accept incoming network? Yes. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Okay, so we got that. We should be able to localhost 3000. There we go. All right. Okay, cool. Got a next step. Step 1, complete. Okay, now I want to do the AuthKit piece of this. Let's just go through this actually, because I want to familiarize myself with everything that's here. So, okay, so AuthKit, the world's best login box, powered by WorkOS and Radix. I've been told that the proper pronunciation for this word is radix. I read it as radix for my whole life before I was told that it's radix. So let me know how you pronounce it in your head. Okay, cool. So we got login box. We can customize this theme right here. This is cool. Single sign-on, password, multi-factor auth, social login, biometric, and magic auth. This is very cool. These are all things that I would like to learn how to do, but not so much that I would trust myself to do them on any project that I was trying to get users on. Let's see, your users, your data, maximum flexibility, extensible by design. AuthKit is compatible with any app architecture, allowing you to easily sync user updates via real-time APIs. Super cool. I love these visualizations. They're like chipboard style visualization is really great. Okay, your brand, your style, AuthKit can be fully customizable to fit natively with your app's unique design. So it looks like we can change a few of these. We got logo. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any of this today. Button radius. Surprisingly important to your brand. Okay, cool. I feel good about that. Built on radix. This looks like a close button here. Just faint, like that dark pattern that a lot of people do, where they show you an ad. And this isn't a button, so it's not a dark pattern. But they show you an ad, and there is a close button, but it's just the hardest possible thing to see. I with my old eyes especially, it's like I just push there, knowing that there's probably a hidden close button. Learn more about radix. Actually, I want to see where this goes. Radix UI. Nice. The site's looking great, by the way. Cool. Themes, primitives, icons, colors. Sick. Love it. Okay, but that's not what we're here for today. Designed for developers, built for the enterprise. Advanced security. AuthKit supports all modern authentication standards to enable additional security in enterprise environments. So leaked password protection, biometric, passkey auth. I've just started using a lot more of these, and I'm unsure how the flow is supposed to work in 1Password. I keep adding new passkeys instead of using. Oh, this is so embarrassing. I keep adding new passkeys, thinking that I'm just trying to use the passkey, but then it's like runs me through the process, and like halfway through, I'm like, I don't want to add a new passkey. I just don't know how this feature works. So maybe I might have to figure that out through this process. Okay, password strength validation, automatic spam bot detection, multi-factor authentication. Okay, let's go. Okay, one platform for years of growth. Email password, social login, multi-factor auth, single sign-on, directory sync. I know that I'm reading these out of order. If that's weird to you, this is legitimately the order that I read things in. Future-proof your app. AuthKit integrates seamlessly with WorkOS and the only end-to-end platform to make your app enterprise ready with SAML, SCIM, and RBAC and more. I think it's RBAC. I just learned that this is SCIM instead of SCIM. SAML, I knew how to pronounce that one. Okay, learn more about WorkOS, user management. I don't want to do that right now. Use hosted AuthKit. That is what I want to do right now. And let's see. So we have a Node SDK and a Next.js version of this doc. Clearly, I'm using the Next.js version. Let's see. Wait, you're reading the docs? Yes, I'm reading the docs. This is not correct order. No, it is not correct order. It is not. No, you're right. You're right. I believe in very few objective truths, but I think that is objectively true that I read in the wrong order. User management. So, okay, so this is actually something that I did feel a little bit weird about. I'm just gonna catalog these as I go along. It's a little bit weird to have AuthKit be like the main brand. And like I see the WorkOS stuff here and about, but then like hosted AuthKit, and then I go to WorkOS user management is a little jarring. Not gonna lie, a little jarring. Ajar. Okay, so user management, easy to use. Authentication API is designed to provide flexible, secure, and fast integration. Integrating WorkOS features into your app is quick and easy. In this guide, we'll take you through adding a hosted authentication flow to your application using AuthKit. Okay, I assume that this is going to take me back to... No, okay, so there is a page on AuthKit. Okay, interesting. I might go through this one first then. Okay, before getting started, to get the most out of this video, you will need a WorkOS account. Yes, I think I have one of those. I may be logged in even. Nope. And then your WorkOS API key and client ID. I totally leaked these all over the internet last time, and I don't think I'm pretty sure I never rotated the keys, so I don't know, maybe people are using my account. Let's see, WorkOS. Hopefully I don't see anything. Yes, because I don't have a second screen, so there's no like off screen here. Thank you. Thank you. Coach mode, just slow-mo the head spins. Lol. Thank you. Hello, Aziz. Good to see you. It's not Twitch stream if you haven't exposed the security key. That is also true. There's a resource on how to handle auth in Next.js with a custom backend. Okay, cool. Yes. I am actually interested in, so like one of the things kind of interesting about something that I will be learning a lot about over the next coming weeks and whatnot is how to compose some of the WorkOS tools, I guess. And so that's something that I'm really curious about is like, how do you implement, like if you already have like Next.js Auth or Lucia Kit set up inside of Next.js, what are the ways in which you can augment it with the WorkOS APIs to get, single sign-on or directory sync or audit logs or any of these features that aren't just, auth based. Okay, so let's see. So right now I have two environments. I have a production environment and a staging environment. The staging environment is the one that I leaked my keys for. So let's see what we create a Slack channel. Nope, don't need to do that. These are my environment variables. Oh, cool. So I have at least the generic language versions of these available to me here. Okay, cool. Now, I'm curious. So I have an organization of users. Okay, cool. So this is where I disable and enable features, which is very cool. I'm curious. I want to see my keys. Where do I have those? Branding, domains, redirect, API keys, conveniently named. Okay, so we have a key. Secret key, client ID. Can I make a new key? Yes. Expires never. Okay. Can I delete this key? Okay, the API key should only be used when developing and testing your application. Store this API key in a secure place like this stream, such as a password manager or a secret store. Well, there we go. API logins. Okay, cool. Okay, so we got all that. Okay, so we have this set up. I'll probably just use this for now. I'm not entirely sure how I would create new environments. Authentication. That is a question that I have. So let me open, let's see. I'm gonna open this next app. I'm gonna keep notes. keep notes for some eventual, guide or whatever. I think one of my goals is to do a kind of see if I can do all this in like less than 60 seconds. I don't know. I love I love Theo's what are they called? For upload thing, the speed runs. And I don't know. I have this kind of crazy goal of being able to do this in 60 seconds, if possible. Okay, so notes. Okay, so let's see. The AuthKit experience was AuthKit to WorkOS user management. Weird handoff. How do I rotate keys or environments, I guess? Because I guess technically I wouldn't necessarily need to rotate a key if I could create my own environment. Theoretically. Okay, cool. So let's get back to this. So I want to read about AuthKit. Live. Oh no, my camera freeze? The camera freeze? Is it still on? Sounds super secure. If you lose it, half the world. No, it's hard to find it. Yep. Back. Yeah, so one thing I'm hoping to fix is that eventually I have my Mac that I'm streaming from right now is an M2, and it's just doing a lot for an M2. Just an M2, one screen, streaming to 4 different platforms, etc. So it's doing a lot, and more than it should. So I do have this now, which is the M3 with the bigger chip with more kind of processors on it. So as soon as I get that set up, which actually let me know if if you want to stream on setup, because I do need to do a lot of the like personal customization setup on that and kind of get the streaming software, whatever. Anyway, might do a video on that or a stream on that if you find that interesting. So what's up? Hey, what's up, Arthur? Good to see you. Thank you. Yeah. No, it's fun. I'm super excited about it. I have been afraid of Auth my entire life. And so I'm excited to kind of like through learning how the service works, also learn how Auth works. And hopefully anyone who's interested in kind of the same thing can follow along. And actually I hadn't really got a chance to talk about this, but one of the things that I'm so excited about with the WorkOS, WorkOS as a company is that something that I learned from Chromatic is that it's important to me to have a service that composes well or decomposes well to integrate with a bunch of other options. And that was something that was always really frustrating for me, having to funnel everything through Storybook. Like, I think Storybook is a really good tool for what it is, but having to funnel everything through Storybook just felt weird, right? Like, it felt like the solution of Chromatic was kind of like hamstrung by that one option, and I really didn't like that. So I'm really excited. I think from the outside, WorkOS has a lot of really cool. It's composed well, right? And that's something that I'm excited to explore. It means that I get to learn about Auth instead of just learning about a service, which is I don't know. It's a big deal. It's a big difference. You have the Gaston chip. No one's fast. No one's fast as my chip. Lasts as long as my chip. That could go a lot of ways. Oh, yeah, you got access to Google IDX. How is it treating you? It looks super cool. Yeah. Auth is a great place to just build whatever at good point. Yes. And that's the other thing too, is that like Auth is part of every application. It's like I've been building this, or working through this little like habit tracker type of thing. And ban. Yeah, so I've been working on this little habit tracker app, and it's kind of interesting. Like as soon as like even though it's just like did my kids brush my teeth or whatever, it's still like you have to have auth in order to just have them be able to like click that thing off and not have anybody else click it off. So. Um, oh, this is a good call. Ban the word streamwise. Yes, I will get on that. That makes a lot of sense. Uh, next stream, I want to see you roll your own auth to prove you shouldn't roll your own auth. Yep. I mean, if anyone was gonna prove that, it would be me. All right, let's get back to it. Thanks for hanging out today. This is fun. Okay, customizable sign-in UI that abstracts away all of the complexity associated with building secure authentication flows. Love it. That's exactly what I need. Okay, so this is the AuthKit doc, by the way. So I'm familiarizing myself with what I'm getting into and kind of hopefully what the like composite parts of it are. This is under user management. Implementing the authentication flows that handle every possible error state and edge case across multiple identity providers can be a daunting task. Yes. AuthKit makes it easy by providing a hosted, pre-built, customizable authentication UI with automatic handling for what do we have? We got SSO sign up, sign in, password reset. That is a big thing, by the way, a big thing that I just do not want to build like ever. And email verification flows. Okay, cool. I'm gonna open this one up for later. Email verification flows. Sick. Okay. Enterprise SSO routing and MFA enrollment. Sick. Automatic bot detection and blocking to protect against brute force attacks, customizable domains, and branding. Sick. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so my super app. Good. Authentication workflow. Okay, so AuthKit is conceptually similar to a login, a social login OAuth experience. Okay, social login. It's probably just going to talk about, Google, Microsoft, GitHub, etc. Okay. Looks like these are little one-button add-ons, which is awesome. Keep that open just in case I need it. But with the added benefit of being able to authenticate users with any identity provider. Okay, gotcha. So social login being what we covered. I don't know that I would consider Google and Microsoft social, but I understand the distinction. Versus like, was it Okta or was it Azure? Maybe one of those things. But with the added benefit of being able to authenticate users with an identity, any identity provider, AuthKit sits outside of the app of your application code. Okay, outside of your application code. Okay, when a user initiates a sign-in request, your application redirects them to the AuthKit URL. Okay, yep. The user then completes the authentication process with WorkOS. So with WorkOS is managing that process before being returned to the application. Okay, yep. This is pretty, I think that, I've done, let's see, who have I added auth with? I've used Firebase auth. I've used Supabase auth. And then, and I think I've done like OAuth with GitHub, maybe. Those are the ones that I've had experience with. And so I think that all of those would probably fall under the like social login, OAuth more so than, I've never done like single sign-on, I guess. So your app, or does single sign-on, okay, answer this for me. Does single sign-on, does that encompass these like social logins as well? That's kind of a like parallelogram, rectangle, square type of thing that I'm trying to figure out. Like, does SSO cover the whole thing, and SAML is like part of SSO, but social login is also part of SSO? Or is there some further distinction that I'm missing there? Um, uh, let's see. Oh, on IDX, VS Code, but slower. That is pretty rough. Yeah, I've used the online code environments for like in GitHub, and there are like most of the time it's not a huge problem, but there are times where I'm like I'd want that instantly. Um, let's see, only had a few minutes, but wanted to hang out. Yeah, man, it's so good to see you. Yeah, I hope that your day is awesome. Okay, no. Awesome. Thank you. I like I like clear answers. SSO is a whole different beast, but yeah, leverages SAML. Okay, got it. Okay, so these OAuth experiences then would just be it's like a different category of thing than SSO, if I'm reading that correctly. All right, so that's some more research. I'm gonna put this out. SSO, SAML, OAuth. Uh, where do they intersect? Okay. Doop 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 doop. Thank you for the help. Shrugbug is a great name, by the way. Okay, cool. So AuthKit sits outside. Okay, we got all that. Your application will exchange the resulting authorization code to retrieve an authentication user object. Okay, so let's see. Authentication code, and we retrieve an authentication user object. I love all these links. This is great. And handle the session. Oh man, I'm gonna learn so many new terms. I should keep let's see some more terms I needed to go. So like user object. So this is just terms. Identity provider. I've seen this abbreviated as ID capital P. Let's see, user object session. Okay. That's something that I don't particularly know. Okay, so let's look at this graph and see if that helps at all. Okay, so we have a user, the application, my application, and WorkOS. Okay. User initiates sign-in request. What are these UDM charts? I can remember. UMP, U something. User workflow, UWF. I can never remember this chart name. Okay, sign. Oh man, this is criminal how little I know. User initiates sign-in request through to the my application, and then I'm going to request the AuthKit URL to WorkOS. WorkOS then calls an return AuthKit URL, so it'll call a callback URL, which I think could be like a localhost in this example. And then I'm going to redirect. My application is going to redirect user to an AuthKit URL. Okay, so we go back through the user. Now they're on WorkOS. User signs in. Callback to redirect URI with authorization code. Request user with code. Returns the user object to my application. I'm going to store the session and redirect to a landing page. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Cool. Okay. Okay. So AuthKit flow, the AuthKit flow abstracts away many of the UX and WorkOS API calling concerns automatically. For more guidance on integrating with AuthKit, see the quick start guide. AuthKit also provides a sign-up flow for creating users. Okay. Available options are determined by the configured AuthKit or authentication methods. If a user's email address is associated with an SSO connection, it will automatically be redirected. Okay. If a user's email address is associated with an SSO connection, they will automatically be redirected to sign up via their IDP. Okay, so I'm trying to conceptualize this real quick. So I think sometimes what happens is I'll log in with a service that also has like a GitHub or Gmail, like sign in with GitHub or Gmail. And so it sounds to me like if I try to log in with my email that I've used, like sign in with Gmail, then it will redirect me to sign in with Gmail, sign up with their IDP. That's what I'm taking from that. We'll see how it works. Authentication. Oh, hunger time. Authentication methods. AuthKit supports all of the authentication methods available in WorkOS user management and will automatically adjust the available options depending on the configured method in the authentication section of the WorkOS dashboard. It's interesting that these italics, these emphasized words, are get serifs. It definitely makes them stand out, but I'm not sure if it's intentional. It's an interesting little quirk. I'm not sure I've seen that before. Okay, this section of the WorkOS dashboard. This section of the WorkOS dashboard. Okay, let's go. Authentication settings. Authenticate with single sign-on SSO. Enable single sign-on. Okay, cool. So I'm not gonna do that yet. I haven't even implemented this yet. Okay, cool. So this is dashboard authentication. Those are all our methods. Email plus password authentication is enabled by default, though set. I think this may be set up. I think 2 words is like setting something up, and the noun form of this I think is 1 word. Yeah. I don't know. Am I wrong on that? Copy link to highlight. Doop, 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 doop. I don't know. I'm always open to being wrong on those things. May be required to enable additional methods. See the relevant features section for the information. So single sign-on, email, password, social login, multi-factor auth, magic auth. Cool. Integration into your app is quick and easy through the route you choose. Varies depending on the route you choose varies depending on the specific requirements. So integrated AuthKit. Build your own authentication flow. Okay, so this is where we're going to jump off into the quick start guide, which I think is probably where we were before. Yes, quick start guide. Okay, so AuthKit, we have an AuthKit. I'm logged into my account now. Your WorkOS API key and client ID. Yes, we have access to those, as does anyone who has watched my streams. Configure your project. Let's add the necessary dependencies and configuration in your WorkOS dashboard. Install dependencies. If you're using Next.js, you can use the AuthKit Next.js library. The Next.js library is the fastest way to get AuthKit and impersonations working in your Next.js application with full session management. So with full session management. This is great since I couldn't even tell you what a session is. Okay, alternatively, you can use one of the several native SDKs that WorkOS provides. This guide will use a popular Node SDK. Okay, so I'm going to use, because we have a Next app, we're going to use that. Let's see, copy that. Where's my Next? There we go. I don't know, I probably need to restart. Okay. Oops, that's not what I wanted. We're dead. Also, I'm playing with this Aduin, A-D-U-I-N, Aduin. It's kind of a cool little. It just kind of I don't know, when you hit up in your terminal, They give you these things and you have some options. It's nice. Okay, cool. So we added that. Step 1. Okay, configure a redirect URL. A redirect URL is a callback endpoint that WorkOS will redirect to after user has authenticated. This endpoint will exchange the authorization code returned by WorkOS for an authenticated user object. This endpoint will exchange the authorization code returned by WorkOS for an... Okay, so we made the request. We get an authorization code. And then we exchange it for user object. Is that right? We'll be creating this endpoint in the next steps. Okay, so you can set a redirect URI in the redirect section of the WorkOS dashboard. Okay, so let's click that. Love the link. Love the link. Except I think I grabbed the wrong one maybe. APIs, redirects. Okay. Dashboard, getting started. I did grab the wrong one. They all look the same to me right now. Okay, so we have that, and then redirects. Okay, redirects developer over here. Cool, perfect. Okay, so our redirect is going to go to let's see, next driver cell. Nope. Okay, so I know that, okay, so this is HTTP localhost 3000. So TTP, no S on that one. So let's paste that in here, see how it goes. We're gonna add that. Redirect URLs decide where users are directed after completing the authentication steps. You must set at least one redirect URI. Oh, I said URLs here. URI to serve as a default. Okay, so we're gonna add that. Okay, perfect. Close. Okay, great. Got that. Back to our instructions. Configure the redirect URI. Okay, yep, okay, cool. HTTP localhost. Oh, wait. Nope, but I need to add callback. Yeah, because that would just go to our home. That's not what we want. Okay. Edit. Okay. Callback. I don't think the name specifically matters as long as it matches. From delete. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, so set secrets. To make calls to WorkOS, provide the API key and the client ID. So we need API key and client ID. Store these values as managed secrets and pass them to the SDKs either as environment variables or directly in your app's configuration, depending on the preferences. So, okay, so we have Next.js. So we need to grab those as well as the redirect URI, which we just set, and the WorkOS cookie password. Cookie password. You know, I could use a cookie password that someone else maintains so that I eat less cookies. Okay, next MD. Okay, so we need to create a new file. Call this .m.local. I think that's right. Is that where we're supposed to put it? I assume so. The Next.js library requires you set a strong password to encrypt cookies. The password must be at least 32 characters long. You can generate a secure password by using the 1Password generator. Love this, by the way. If you haven't used it, it's great. Memorable password. Add a capital letter. Pff, boom, done. Actually, let's just use that. Let's just use it. Okay, so I could use OpenSSL if I wanted to. Let's see if we have OpenSSL on this machine. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Which OpenSSL. Cool, in Homebrew. So it must have come with something else that I use. Okay, the code examples use the staging API keys when signed in. Okay, so I needed to change this to the password that I generated with one password. Okay, got that. Got that. Yes. HTTP. Yes. Okay. Matches on HTTP as well. Great. Okay. Add AuthKit to your app. Let's integrate the hosted authentication flow into your app. Redirect users to AuthKit. First, okay, I'm going to click the next ones. First, we'll need to direct users to sign in or sign up using AuthKit before redirecting them back to your application. We'll do this by generating an AuthKit authorization URL server side and redirecting the user to it. Generating an AuthKit authorization URL server side and then redirecting, okay, server side. Okay, so the server side portion of that seems loaded or intentional. Cool. Let's see. Well, you don't work for Grammarly. No, I don't. But I am correct. Okay, cool. I'm assuming this was the setup versus set up. Wait, maybe not. This is exciting. Setup is a noun. Yes. These docs are legit. Yeah, no, these docs are legit, by the way. I completely agree. I'm loving them. Loving them. Yeah, setup is a noun. So if we're referring to a thing that exists, like your setup, then that would be just one word. Okay. What did I do? I don't. Oh, I need to. No, it's not empty. There we go. Okay. Okay. So where were we? You can use the optional state parameters to encode arbitrary information to help restore application state between redirects. I don't know what this means yet, but I'm sure I'll find out. You can use the optional state parameters to encode arbitrary information to help store application state between. Interesting. Okay, cool. So I guess if I had some important state on the page that I wanted to get back to, maybe like scroll state, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's an option for it. Okay, so let's look at this code before we just yoink it. Okay, so we're going to import next link. That's next code. We're going to import get signal in URL, get user, and sign out from WorkOS AuthKit Next.js. So this is specifically the Next.js integration that we're getting these from. We're going to export default function homepage. So this is the standard next page. We're going to retrieve the user from the session or null if no user is signed in. Okay, so this is using our get URL. Ooh, that's so cool that these show up inside of the docs. I'm deeply into that. Okay, so this is a promise. Get user, we pulled that right there. And then we'll get the URL to redirect the user to AuthKit to sign in. Get sign in URL. Okay, so those are both AuthKit parts. If a signed in user, whoops, so I turned all those off. Maybe something's getting past there. If a signed in user is mandatory, you can use the ensure signed in configuration option if logged out. The below will immediately redirect the user to AuthKit. After signing in, the user will automatically be redirected back to this page. Okay, so there's some commented out code here as well. Ensure user signed in true. Oh, got it. Okay, cool. So if they're not signed in, sign in, come back to the page that they were on. Cool that it's that simple. Okay, if user, or if there's not a user, render the link here to sign in. and then return the form. Let's see what action we got here. We have an async use server. Okay, so this is for app directory. Await sign out. Await sign out. Oh, gotcha. So we have a form with a sign out button. Got it. Yep. Okay, cool. So this is a link because it's gonna just go off to WorkOS. But then this is a form because we're going to collect that form data and then submit it. Makes sense. Okay, so we yoinked that already. Let's see. We can just put this on our homepage, right? So do we already have a homepage? Where would that be? So app, layout, pages. We have a homepage here already. We're just going to bop that. Okay, so paste that in. Let's see if we killed it somehow on accident. Did it recover? Okay, WorkOS cookie password must be at least 32 characters long. Yes, it said that. I disregarded that. That was my bad. User management. There was a, one password generator. Okay, so can we, so length, we want it to be 32, or at least 32. It doesn't have to be memorable. Could be. Okay, that should fix that. 32 characters long. Missed it the first time. Very important. For security. Error, you're calling get user on a path that isn't covered by AuthKit middleware. Make sure it is running on all paths you're calling get user from by updating your middleware config in middleware.js. Okay, cool. Now, what I've learned from all of this is that you keep reading because I end up going on these rabbit trails when it's right in the docs. So let's see what we got. WorkOS will redirect your, yes, we know that. So add a callback endpoint. Okay, so at this point, I'm kind of wondering about the middleware because I'm getting an error. So, okay, middleware mentioned. Where is it relative to what we have? It's a little bit further down. Okay, so we have that middleware error. I'd like to maybe see some notes on that. Error. Okay, so yeah, so that's the first error that we're getting, and so it might be nice to kind of follow that path first. Okay, so but the middleware is involved. Let's follow this. Actually, let's jump ahead and see if we can resolve that. So where did we find middleware? Okay. Save the encrypted session. ChatGPT that shoot. Yes, I end up doing that a lot, and then find out, come back an hour later and realize it was in the docs. Shopping cart before auth. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes, that makes sense. Yeah, and so you would want to get back to the exact state that you were in, and it would be incredibly frustrating to have to repopulate your shopping cart, which I've definitely had to do, and that sucks. I haven't used this yet, but already like it more than AWS Amplify. Yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on AWS Amplify's, what is it? Starts with a C, right? Contingent? No. Cohort? No. There's a C word for their identity thing. Cohesion. Stupid. Okay. Yes. Let's see. What do we see? Say the. Okay. So now I'm jumping around. Now I'm like really off grid. So next it updates the callbacks, callback to seal the session access to refresh the token. The access token. Okay, maybe I shouldn't jump ahead. Then use middleware to specify which routes should be protected. If the session has expired, use the refresh token to attempt to generate a new one. Okay, so this is a securing routes with middleware example. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna read this real quick. JavaScript object. Oh shoot, I think my call's at 12:30. Dang it. Okay, JavaScript object signing and encryption. So I got like 10 more minutes. We'll see. Jose, I love that. Okay, so we're gonna add a new package for Jose or Josie or however we end up pronouncing that. Create remote JWT set, JWT verify. Those come from the Jose package. Const client ID process. Okay, so we're gonna get the WorkOS client ID. Set the JWK's URL. This is used to verify if the JWT is still valid. Okay. Because they valid from expiration, I'm assuming. Let's see. Auth middleware function. Async function with auth. First attempt to get the session from the cookie. Okay, so we're going to get a session from the cookie. This comes from... Where does this come from? Don't know. Maybe that's a next thing or a node thing. If no session, redirect the user to the login page. Okay. Has valid session. Await verify access token. Was that? Where are these coming from? Session access token. If the session is valid, move on to the next function. If has valid session, return next. Try. If session is invalid, i.e. the access token has expired, attempt to re-authenticate with the refresh token. Okay. Oh, you know what? These are all probably functions that I skipped. Yes. Okay. So now it's starting to make sense why the error wouldn't be covered directly. I wonder if it's worth a note though, but you know, that's what it is. Okay. So we have all this stuff. I need to write the functions, presumably to get to that point. Okay. So, we were at this point. I need to add this callback function. So using Next.js, going to yoink that, and put it at the app auth callback routes URL. So we're going to just populate that callback page because it doesn't exist yet. Okay, cool. And so all that does is import handle auth from Next.js and exports get handle auth. Okay, cool. It seems straightforward enough. Okay, where was that? So app auth callback route, new file, app auth callback route dot, I think we're in TS, yeah. Okay, cool. That's there. Perfect. Okay, Next.js middleware is required to determine which routes require authentication. Okay. Why did that middleware not, why did this more obvious middleware not pop up when I searched for middleware? Maybe it did. Is required to determine which routes require authentication. Okay, so we're going to add, this is significantly easier than the document that I was looking for. Middleware TS. It looks like maybe that just goes in the root. Not sure. Not sure. I guess we'll find out. Okay. Validate the authentication flow. Navigate to the authentication endpoint. Okay. Oops. Is that the right one? Okay. We created and sign up for an account. You can sign in with the newly created credentials and see the user listed in user section of the WorkOS dashboard. Okay, so I'm right here. Let's refresh that. See what we got. Okay, so get user. So can't. Got a problem here. Maybe. Let's see. Next.js middleware. Where does the middleware need to go? Does it need to go in source? Is that my problem? Someone's probably yelling at me. Cognito. There we go. Yeah, that's the Amplify one. Thank you. Yes, this is the new gig. Yes, I have joined the WorkOS team doing developer education. So yeah, really excited on that. Obviously, first I need to educate myself on how Auth works. So that's what we're doing today, and probably for the foreseeable future. Thank you for Cognito. Yes. I don't know. I got as close as cognition, I think. Did I say cognition? No, I'm rewriting the past now. Middleware. Where does middleware go? Middleware TS. Use middleware.ts or JS in the root of your project. Okay, so it does look like I have it in the right spot. Maybe I need to just reset it. Maybe that's the problem. Never know exactly when you got to reset these applications. It looks like that didn't help me out much. Oh, no, it's recompiling. 500 still. Localhost 300 error. Calling get user. Yep, AuthKit middleware. Make sure it is running on all paths. Okay, maybe it's just misconfigured. So middleware, did I spell that right? M-I-D-D-L-E where, W-A-R-E. Yes, .ts. Okay, so we're importing AuthKit middleware, exporting default AuthKit middleware. So I think we can also just export. Oh yeah, the as default though. That always gets weird looking. Okay, match against pages that require authentication. Okay, so admin, so matcher. So actually, I want this on the root. So maybe that's my problem. Okay, now I kind of feel like there may be a styling problem here. Okay, so we're seeing that now. So the error goes away, which is great. Okay, so there should be a sign in. There we go. Okay, so there's just a styling issue that's keeping that from showing up, I think. Okay, so we're gonna hit sign in, invalid client ID. Make sure that the app uses the correct client ID provided in the SS. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I think I pulled some generic ones, which was my problem. I think I just copy and pasted what they had here, which is not what I need to do. I need to be in my account. Let's see, so dashboard.workos.com. Yes, okay. These are my IDs. Yes, sample. Not helpful. Nope, that's a client. Client and the secret, now not so secret. Okay, cool. Getting closer. Maybe we can do it before I got to go to this meeting. Okay, let's get back. Sign in. Was that there the whole time and I just didn't see it? Did I think this whole page was black and it wasn't? Happens. It happens. Okay, sign in. Okay, cool. We got a login box. Yes. Okay, login box. Sick. Okay. So we have, we can use our email. We can use Google right now, and we can also use Microsoft and GitHub. Okay, don't have an account, sign up. Okay, I don't have an account yet, so we're gonna sign up here. And let's see, let's do this. Let me log. I think I'm logged in with GitHub right now. Okay, so real quick though. So I have this enabled. So let's see. Can I turn this off? Like, or actually, no, Microsoft. I don't know if I even have a Microsoft account. I guess Xbox maybe. How do I turn this off? how to turn off integration. Interesting. Oh, good Lord. Oh my word. So bad. Yes. Very simply. Um, unless you have information prioritization issues. Nice. Okay, cool. Well, that was simple enough. Let's see if I can log in with GitHub. I believe I'm logged in currently. Let's see. Hopefully. No, I'm not going to open a 1Password on stream. That would be stupid. Okay. Let's go through this traditional thing. So Michael Chan. Okay, so we got all that. Password. Let's use our little handy dandy one. Let's use a memorable one though this time. Capitalize the first letter. I find that I almost always have to use at least one capital letter. Sign up. Put a password in here. Continue. Apparently I already did that. Let's plus stream 2. Stream. Okay, let's save it. Can we do it? Can we do it? Okay, we're gonna sign in. Password. Where's it gonna take us? It's gonna take us back to the root. Oh, whoa, okay. Verify your email. Okay, okay. I'm not sure I want to do that right now. Let's see. Is there another view that I can shoot to? Real quick. Can I just turn off the display? You can see my head just for a second. Okay, I'm logging into Gmail. Get this done before this meeting. Get this done before this meeting. We can do it. We can do it. Going into Gmail. Verify your email address. I have an email address that comes and it's shows the name of my application and everything. And then we're gonna I'm gonna copy that and come back to this and there we go. Now we got the screen again. Jump back to our application. Where were we? Verify email. Go to the right square. Paste. Dang. Okay, so callback. This page could not be found. Callback with code. Okay, so what did we get? Dang it. I really thought that maybe I'd be able to get it all the way through. Callback with code. Okay, add app to. I really do got to go. Redirect user auth. Secrets. We got that far. Okay, validate authentication flow. Okay, so we set up a user. So handle the user session. Okay, so this part might have to come back to. Yeah, didn't have enough time today, but that's part 1. Okay, cool. Awesome. Doesn't look like we have anything more in chat to cover. So yeah, just me here. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out today. I'm sorry that we didn't get all the way through, but I think that we covered a lot of ground. I learned a lot of things. Yeah, excited to kind of get this thing running probably next time. I'll see how the rest of the day pans out. Maybe I'll just finish it. I would love to actually get this finished today. So maybe I'll stream part 2 a little bit later of this. But anyway, thanks so much for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. Always a pleasure to see you. And yeah, see you again soon. Bye.